This is his wife. This is his actual wife, right? Like they said vows and shit. She created AI of her cuddled up with Rampage Jackson, and Larry's just cheesing. Bro, I don't think we need any more evidence. If your girl is comfortable making shit like that and posting it on the internet, well, I mean, how are you not a cuckold at that point? You're already being cooked by your wife. The Larry Wheels files are much worse than you ever imagined. Video by John Bravo Films. Today is a cookathon. Yeah, that's what it is. Today we're doing the cookathon. I got 3 to 4 videos queued up for you today. We already dropped one talking about Chibi Reviews, who got cooked by his wife when his best friend of 10 years, well, you know, he was suplexing her, you know what I'm saying? He was pile driving her. He was doing all the moves, the WWE moves, did that to his fiance. So that was the first episode. Now we're going to be talking about Larry Wheels, who you may have seen recently in the news, the online news, because he recently just smacked the dog shit out of a guy for coming on to his wife, allegedly disrespecting her, insinuating that Larry is a cuckold. And I think once you watch this video, it's going to make that situation seem a little different. But if you haven't seen it, here is the clip. Oh! Bro really smacked the taste out of his mouth with that one. But Larry, he seems, allegedly, based on this information, if it is true, it seems as if he is truly a cuck by the definition, kind of like Adam 22. Truly. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this situation.
And I've had this for a long time, but I felt at the time that it was so personal. It was so, like I said, I've been getting nightmares. You guys are probably going to have them too now every time you think of Larry's face or see it on the screen. I felt bad to put it out there in the public. I can't use. So the first thing I saw was Larry wearing this purse like, you know, someone else we know. That piece of shit, Peggy Watson.
Wow.
Excuse me, bro. What you got? What you got for us?
Okay.
What you got for us, Jim?
Oh, wait.
Boy.
Let me help you with
Buy
that.
another watch for you.
You're such a legend, man.
I was like, what's next? Does he want to get pegged like him too, that asshole? Then I saw his Sharmuta wife with Rampage, playing with their hair, smiling, flirting, and all these inside jokes between them all.
No, I don't mess with married women. My wife knows how to jiu-jitsu. You know jiu-jitsu? Let's try it out, man. No. Brother.
Huh? Bro just said you should go try it. Yo, telling Rampage Jackson to go do a little bit of jiu-jitsu with your wife is crazy, bro. It is crazy. Especially when she dressed like that.
I was like, I knew something's going on. But when I found out the real story, I wish I did it. Because now
he gonna get her back. Oh, he got her back. Oh, now he's in a full mount.
I'm sick from this shit.
The Larry Files. Oh.
So you guys remember what Larry, that piece of shit, did? How he robbed his good friend Daniel for $50,000 for a down payment of his house and never paid him a cent back, and now that guy is stuck driving around in Ubers and feeding his family McDonald's. You guys remember that shit, right? Well, while I was investigating that story, I saw files and files of information on Larry, messages, conversations. I
never heard about that. Allegedly, Larry stole $50,000 from a good friend to pay down on his house and won't give the money back? Damn, man. Say it ain't so.
Personally, to people that were the closest to him. And I heard stories and seen shit that I never wanted to see again, because since then, I've been having nightmares about all that sick shit, and I never wanted to release it so you guys won't have those same nightmares. But now that the word is out, and, you know, I've heard since then, other people are hurt by Larry's actions. You guys, you know, saying, John, release the Larry files, release the Larry files. I said, you know what? You guys want to see this shit? Because he's an asshole, I'm going to show it to you. But you know how always...
This John Bravo guy, his forehead isn't moving. You notice that? It's odd.
Say, you know, get out your pop.
This nigga AI.
Corn, your goobers, milk duds, meat, the purple Skittles. I don't know if I could tell you that this time, because if you do, you may spit that shit out when I show you this shit.
John, release the Larry files.
So recently, you know, we see Larry on Kick live streaming, you know, all over the place because he wants to join all the other assholes. He wants that Eddie Kick money, right? Because we know he doesn't have the money, even though he pretends he does. You know, he can't even pay the guy back $50,000. Well, now we see him, right, with his wife, pimping out his wife all over for attention. And there's all this shit going around, you know. Why is Larry acting like a cuck, you know, pimping out his wife like this? What's really going on behind the scenes?
Right, okay.
Oh, no. Who did this?
Me.
What? After all the memes that have been going viral.
Bro. This is his wife. This is his actual wife, right? Like they said vows and shit. She created AI of her cuddled up with Rampage Jackson, and Larry's just cheesing. Bro, I don't think we need any more evidence. If your girl is comfortable making shit like that and posting it on the internet, well, I mean, how are you not a cuckold at that point? You're already being cooked by your wife.
After all the memes that have been going viral on the internet, this is what you come up with?
Yeah.
While I'm on live?
This is you see, he's acting as if he's not down with this shit. He's acting as if this is humiliating for him. And so this is like a kind of a humiliation ritual, it would seem. But we're going to see that no, this is all possibly more than likely a facade. Let's check it out.
Oh, that's funny. It's Myra, and he says, I see trouble in a rose. So that was like the second or third time he DM'd me and then I sent his message because I heard not.
Bro really thought that he was about to cuck me.
Well, in one of those streams,
Wow.
Larry and his
You
wife
got Myron Gaines up in your wife's DMs talking about I see trouble in paradise. Ooh.
started talking trash, not about Greg Doucette, right? Because Greg made some videos back, but about Greg's girlfriend, started making fun of her looks.
What?
And when Greg saw it, he said, you know what, Larry? You got personal with me.
Right.
I'm going to get personal back. And in the past, I gave Greg a couple screenshots showing that Larry was really a cuck, and I knew it this whole time.
You say whatever you want to Coach Greg. I don't care.
Right.
But when you go and attack my girlfriend for no reason, who did nothing wrong at all, well, you're then making it personal.
Yeah.
And so since you want to get personal, I'm now going to talk about the things that I know and that I actually have proof. And so Larry Wheels is actually a cuck. Now, I'm not suggesting maybe. I'm not saying I think. I'm saying that I know.
Now, this information, this evidence, if it is authentic, is incredibly damning, bro. If it is authentic, if this is real shit, this man is a cuck, bro. He's a cuckold, no doubt about it.
One day, I want you to text me about this kind of stuff and talk to me like a cuckold with a bowing down sign. He's going to get tag teamed by Coach Greg and John Bravo, two of the most infamous characters on the internet that you don't want. around with. And I'm not talking about actually having sexy time with us. I'm talking about messing with us, poking the bear.
So now going back on what I was saying earlier, you know, when I was investigating the story of how he robbed Daniel, I've had this shit, and I've had this shit for a long time. But I felt at the time that it was so personal. It was so sick. Like I said, I've been getting nightmares. You guys are probably going to have them too now every time you think of Larry's face or see it on the screen. It was so sick, I felt bad to put it out there in the public. So since then, I've gotten closer with some of the people, multiple women that were in Larry's life. And I've built strong relationships with them, and they've shown me things, they've told me things. And I feel really bad for them because they were deeply, and still to this day, deeply affected by their relationship with Larry. And it's their story to tell, and I'm not going to tell their personal stories here. That's up to them to say it.
Right, yeah.
But what I will say is that their lives are deeply affected by what he did to them till this day. I mean, I know one girl, she doesn't even want to have a boyfriend again, and she can't even have sex since Larry, because that's how much these things affected her. Wow. And do you guys remember, you know, years ago, one of Larry's ex-girlfriends came out, made a video, right? Claimed that he cheated on her with not just women, with men, spent all his money on Chatterbait, and she said a bunch of other things in the video. Wow. Well, quickly, you know, that was dismissed, and people...
Oh, yeah, no, Larry had a video that went viral some time ago, I think years ago, where he opened up about spending tens of thousands of dollars on cam girls on pornography websites.
Fast forward to the last, I want to say 8 months, every single month, I have been spending any and every last bit of extra money that I have come in monthly on campsites, on online paid porn, on models, and it has not only compromised my relationship, but my future. Luckily, I have a very understanding partner. You guys all know her as Nicole Drinkwater. And I finally had the courage to open up to her about it because I had no savings. I had nothing for my future, nothing. And even at one point I was getting into a negative balance.
And so this doesn't sound surprising. This man is a sexual deviant by his own admission. Now, I'm not judging, I'm not shaming, you know, you're into what you're into, but to me, it seems like there's something off with you mentally when you get to the point where you're spending thousands of dollars on porn sites. Huh? What are you doing? There's something wrong with you.
You know, forgot about it. But since then, you know, I've heard similar stories from multiple women in Larry's life.
It took a really long time for me to admit this to myself, even in privacy. It took a lot of talking to professionals, and it took a lot of space from him to, you know, really understand what I had been dealing with in my relationship with him for years. And that is abuse. And I mean, that's abuse across the board: physical, mental, emotional, and narcissistic abuse with this person. Starting with the cheating aspect, like I said, I've been with him for 5 years, and he's cheated on me for 5 years since day one. This is cheating on me with the woman. This is cheating on me with the man. This is cheating on social platforms.
Whoa.
I've even had women from Chatterbait reach out to me and inform me of their relations with one another.
So now Larry's behavior, you know, robbing his friend the $50,000, still not paying him back at all, still driving around in the Uber. Multiple stories from multiple women of him really destroying their lives. And now that he's been outed as a cuck by Greg already,
man,
you guys all asking for the Larry files, I'm going to show them to you. But like I said in the beginning, you guys may have nightmares from this shit. But before I do, you know, I want to explain a little bit of something. This is not meant to shame anybody about kinks. Listen, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
Part of being a human being is we have all different kind of crazy shit that we like, right?
Sure.
Some crazier and weirder than others, and Larry's is, really crazy shit. But this is not meant to shame him. But saying that, okay, you can't go in life and destroy people's lives because of those kinks. All right, before I start, I need a little sip of coffee to handle this shit. When I tell you guys this shit's been giving me nightmares, I see Larry's face. I get sick thinking about this shit. Now let's see. If you guys like the Larry files, I'm sure it too. So don't say I didn't warn you, all right? All right, this is the first one that you guys saw in Greg's video. Larry sending a screenshot of his face, right? Showing that he's a cuck. And he goes, "You think your OF members know I'm a cuck?" She goes, "Most likely. I can tell them." He goes, "How would you do that?" She goes, "A video or photo, and I can say Larry loves being a cuck. Who would help me?" Now, this is the part of the conversation with the girl where Larry is revealing to her that, you know, it would mean a lot to him if she would do shit with other men. All right, so you understand the context. And she says to him, you know, "It feels wrong doing it when I'm going out with you. Like you sleeping with another girl. I would hate it." Larry goes, "That's why you'll love it, because it's wrong. But I'll love it more than you do. Ha ha ha." And she goes, "So would you, about sleeping with another girl?" He goes, "No, of course not."
Now these guys, Greg Doucette, and John Bravo here, they would be taking on a lot of liability, opening themselves up for a defamation suit were it not true, where they knew that this was not authentic, or if they had reason to suspect that it was inauthentic. They seem very confident that this is in fact Larry communicating with this woman. To me, that's pretty compelling. These guys, they're not new to this YouTube shit, okay?
She goes, "I suppose it's not easy to understand what I enjoy. I know most men want to stick their D in everything that comes their way. So you'd only like me to do it, but you doing it with the girl is wrong, so it's the same?" And then he goes, "But then there are guys like me who want their girlfriends to get and send pics." And then he puts his arms up like what a girl does in her emojis, and he says, "I enjoy you being open and slutty. While I know I'll never touch another woman, it's how I'm wired. Wow. It doesn't excite me to sleep with another woman. It excites me more if you sleep with another man." Fucked up, right?
I mean, you're into what you're into, okay?
Believe this shit I'm reading. This conversation alone plays me on my insecurities, so if I did it anytime soon, I would think, well, if we can do it with the guy, what if he goes and does it with another girl? So I have to be totally 100% secure to do this. See, so Larry, in this whole conversation, he's revealing to the girl, "I don't want to sleep with no other girls, but it's okay. You can do it with the other men because I like it."
Wow.
She says, "Yeah.
And they're dropping the area code. This woman who's provided these screenshots of this text messages, she has this person saved as Larry Wheels. And this is via WhatsApp, right? So, oh boy, this would be a lot for Larry to deny.
Okay, I see what you mean. As I said, I just have to learn that, and I totally trust it." He goes, "More time together, more trust, and more comfortable." Exactly, still building on the foundations of the relationship. I do believe we'll do it for sure and just laugh at it, but right now I'm not ready. He goes, "Maybe we can take baby steps in that direction." She says, "Of course, better. Slowly work towards it, at least to a point where you can talk about it comfortably." Yeah, I mean, physically someone else is a huge step. See, so she's not totally into this. She doesn't understand why he wants her to do this shit, right? So he's trying to convince her. "One day, I want you to text me about this kind."
Basically begging her to cuckold him. Lord.
"Kind of stuff, and talk to me like a cuck. Thanks in advance." She says, "How so, master? Like I'm the submissive one, and you rub in my face how these guys did things with you I haven't." Then he throws up the hands again. "What's with that girl shit emoji? I've been so clean with you. How does that make you feel?" He goes, "Inadequate." He wants the shit dirty. So this, I'm assuming, she did shit with the guy and filmed it because he wants to watch it. He goes, naughty Dobby, please send something from the
Naughty
video,
Dobby? You mean like Dobby from Lord of the Rings? I meant Harry Potter. Hey, Dobby's from Harry Potter. I knew that, okay?
Much. I will make another video one day. He goes, even if you screenshot and crop something from it, censor stuff in the background, can use an app to censor stuff in the background of the photo screenshot. I apologize for being persistent, but as you said, we don't know next time you will do something like this, and I feel there is definitely something that can be taken from that video and crop censors. She
Bro
goes,
is fiending. He is fiending for this shit.
Okay, I will look. No, I totally get it. He goes, thanks, Dob. So he's really into watching all this shit.
All right.
Then he sends her a text saying, Dick is waiting for you. Have been waiting in line after everyone on OF for you. She says, he's the real simp. Larry goes, yes, I am. Look at this one. We can go now, he says. Okay, cool. I'll go out, put some clothes on. I got on my knees and kissed your feet after you had from other guy. Masty is feeling very grateful.
Wow.
She says, is Masty going to watch the videos of me being a... Yes, I'm watching now. I couldn't wait. I still can't believe all the shit I'm reading.
Bro, this is horrible. Not the cuckoldry. I mean, if that's what a guy's into, shit, that's your business, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. But hey, it's not illegal, right? If everyone's consented, then shit, that's what y'all is into. But this is gonna follow him now, bro. You know, once a man gets hit with that cuck label, bro, that is who you are for the rest of your internet career. That's how we've seen it play out for a lot of these other guys, bro. They can never live this shit down. Fucking you got Adam 22, Akash Singh, Sneeko, like they can never live this shit down. And so now this will perpetually, anytime Larry posts a picture with his wife, and it's you know what I'm saying? So he only has two options. Either he says he denies all of this shit, says that Johnny is lying, Greg is lying, this is false, this is fake, this is fabricated. I don't know what happens after that, because how can they prove that this shit is real beyond doxing Larry? So we'd have to see how they respond to that. But I imagine they have a way of like being able to prove even further that this shit is true. And then that just makes Larry look even worse because he denied the shit, trying to hide the shit, meaning that he's humiliated and embarrassed about the shit. He's scared of what people think in regards to this shit. So it only makes him look worse. Or he owns it and says, well, you know what? At first, I was trying to hide it and deny it because I just know how people are about this kind of thing. But yeah, man, I'm into this shit. I'm into this kind of shit, man. Me and my girl, we are into it. It's just how I am. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. It's since it's out in the open, it is what it is. This is who I am. This is how I get down with my girl. Fuck it. He could take that approach, but he better be ready to just wear that cuck crown, bro. That cuckold crown. He gotta be willing to rot that shit like a fucking fitted cap, bro. And then, you know, those are his only two options.
Now this one is the sick one. I don't understand why somebody would want a woman's heel down there. All right, look what he says. He goes, I'm in front. Can Masty, what is this pet word? Can Masty under Dobby's heel? It'll be the most simp way to... She goes, no, not allowed to... He goes, okay, Dobbs. Now this one, are you ready for this? She says, I've had 2 Ds already.
Wow.
He says, have you actually? Wow, babe, that's so hot. Did they both feel coming home? Okay. Is Masty gonna fill Dobby? Yes, Masty's gonna fall inside Dobby's. Did Dobby shower or anything? Since I was in the shower, but I didn't clean myself.
Wow.
He says, okay, perfect.
These are some interesting
Now,
people,
this
man.
here is a message from a guy who messaged a girlfriend, right, of Larry. saying, I know he's been messaging other women. She says, oh, really? Show me. Look, I don't want to be a homewrecker. Just know he messaged my girlfriend, asking her if she'd ever thought about being a lifter / vixen. Sounds kind of weird. Then he unsent the message. So I'm not going to say what a vixen is, but it's very similar to a voyeur kind of thing. I can't say the shit on here.
Okay.
All right. So he's basically, you know, finding girls on Instagram with the guy and asking if he can do something. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. So this last one, okay, it's a conversation. I trust the source, but I'm not confirming this actually happened, but it's a funny story.
All right.
He goes, I don't know what's worse, him stealing money or the girls at Mount Vernon Barbell that pegged him a few years back. So I guess him and Peggy are into the same old shit. But Larry, he's the real, you know, Mount Vernon pegger, MVP in all of this. It's only a matter.
Don't forget that girlfriend of 5 years who also accused him of cheating on her with a man. So this is some crazy shit, man. Wow.
Of time before that shit comes out too. I used to train at that gym and would hear the stories that this is going back like 6-7 years. Now, people, all right, I'm only reading a piece of these conversations. Like I said, I have massive amount of information and personal stuff about the other personal things of how it affected these girls, all this behavior. But I'm not putting that in this video. Like I said, if the girls want to come out and speak their story, they can. But that's all I'm going to read for you guys because I think you guys have enough shit where now when
So it sounds like Johnny possibly has girls on standby willing to actually give their testimony if Larry tries to say that this shit is fake and these texts aren't real. Wow.
Larry, you're going to be sick from this shit too and have those nightmares. So now you guys know all this crazy shit about Larry, right? Well, you know all this shit that's going on online, all these clips, all these memes going around about, you know, Larry being a cuck to Rampage Jackson because that stream they did.
Yeah.
Well, looking at it now, after knowing the shit that you know, you're going to be looking at it a little differently now when I tell you this story.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Remember the video with Rampage and Larry's wife when she was twirling her hair, playing with her tits, giving him those googly eyes?
Yeah, I don't know if that shit's going to get copyrighted.
Go to Guatemala later on that month. You ever been to Guatemala?
All right, so here's Rampage Jackson with his wife.
Everyone thought she was doing bad shit behind Larry's back, like a Sharmuta would. But what if Larry was promoting this love affair?
This nigga big as fuck, bro. God damn. This nigga is a fucking walking muscle, bro. Jesus Christ.
Larry even tells him
he's on all the fucking steroids.
Get on top of
it would seem.
His wife.
My wife knows awesome jiu-jitsu.
You know jiu-jitsu?
Just try her out, man.
No. Brother.
You should
Can you see the way that Rampage gives him that look with the eye on the side? Like he doesn't want to give up his secret.
Oh, shit.
Like they might have had a little bit of too much fun together outside the ring.
Wow.
Before.
Wow. Oh, shit.
Let me see. Hey, I don't want to roll with your wife, man. Bro, your wife hot as fuck. Yeah, I know. I got no control over.
My little ding.
Bro, why would you make a joke like that? Who would make a joke about a guy getting hard rolling around with your wife? Like, why would that be funny to you?
But that wasn't all, because after that, you know, that mat session, the training session they were all involved in, they went out to dinner together. Rampage, Larry, his wife, and there was a lot of awkward moments on the table. And at one point, Rampage was asked, you know, why doesn't he go on Discord? And he said, you know what? I'm too busy streaming and...
Bro, live streaming has destroyed so many, like, influencers. Live streaming is the new Twitter. It used to be your old tweets would be the thing that would do you in. Now it's this shit, bro. Live streaming.
And then he turns, he looks at Larry's...
These IRL streams in particular.
Girlfriend, and gives her the side eye again.
I don't get it. I don't know what they put in my Discord. I don't even be looking at my Discord. I be too busy streaming and streaming and hanging out.
Natural.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody looks a little weird, man. Look at Larry looking over to his wife. What the fuck is that?
Oh no, I don't mess with married women.
Wow. I think Rampage already hit. I think Rampage already was all up in them guts. Oh boy.
Then after that, they're still all sitting on the table talking to the chat. Somebody brings up P. Diddy. And once his name is brought up, I wonder why. Look how awkward things got even more now.
Diddy booty is fine.
No, Diddy booty.
That's his
His nickname.
Diddy Booty.
Diddy Booty Jackson. That's what they call it. Diddy Booty Jackson. Hey, she doesn't know. She's a foreigner. I'm introducing.
I know about Diddy, but I don't know Diddy Booty. Jackson is the
Oh, now you know about Diddy Booty Jackson.
Did you ever go with your career to these freakouts, hard parties?
No judgment. It's
Yeah,
serious.
this is the same zone. Some lotion.
They're gonna score you. They're gonna blow you up.
And then the best part, right? Larry, he goes, you know what? I would have went to the P. Diddy party. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, we all know how much you love rubbing yourself in oil for the bodybuilding shows. Of course you're gonna rub yourself all over in that shit at a P. Diddy party, you asshole.
I mean, if Diddy invited me, I maybe would have gone. I was single at the time. I mean, I would have, maybe showed up, see
Yeah,
what's
why
all
not?
about. Just check it out.
Yeah, you really saw what it was all about.
I think everybody.
I mean, is Rampage Jackson literally eat it out of Larry's plate? Am I reading this wrong? Bro, this is some real crazy shit. Just another grown ass man just taking the meat, bro, out of your plate. Bro, imagine going to a dinner with one of your homeboys, bro. And they all just chopping it up, and he just start taking the fucking chicken and steak out of your plate. That's crazy.
No, I mean, yeah, back then. No, yeah, back then. But now knowing what Diddy was up to,
Yeah.
what you think of?
Yeah, you would lose respect. Like, people would judge you all kinds of ways. People knew you were at the party. But before this came out, if he invite Diddy and
This must be some kind of buffet setup, man. That shit is almost as disrespectful as him fucking your wife. That's crazy.
Yeah, you would, because you didn't know what he was up to. But now you know what he's up to. He like dudes his nipples.
I didn't hear about all that.
Oh, okay, you didn't hear about it. Okay. Diddy like men, bro. Did you hear about that?
No, for my understanding.
So after that whole fiasco, Larry and his wife, they went on their Kickstream Live again, right, begging for donations. And people were teasing him about that whole Rampage thing, right? And for no reason, no one said anything about being a cuck. Larry had to volunteer and say, listen, I'm not a cuck. And if you really look into what he's saying, now we know why he was bringing it up out of nowhere, just like Greg said.
I mean, he's fine, but he's not my type, for sure not. He was very nice and entertaining, but in that particular clip where I'm touching my hair, you can tell I'm fully zoned out, and it was just funny, but...
Despite what was said with those clip farming clips, I am not a cuck. For anyone out there wondering, there is no cuckoldry going on here in this marriage.
Why is she fidgeting? You say that, she started grabbing her necklace. She's like...
There's no cuckoldry going on here in this marriage.
In a weird position, I don't know what to say.
The truth.
In a weird position, I don't know what to say. What do you mean? If you're not sleeping with other men, how is that a weird position? You don't know what to say. That's why Larry's like, the truth? How about the truth? What you mean you don't know what to say?
So in the end, You know, and I've spoken about this before in other videos. I believe this is a perfect example of what happens when you are a 16-year-old kid. You go on copious amount of performance-enhancing drugs, and how dangerous it is and how much it can control your brain and your thoughts and can change them. You know, and I know Derek More Plates, More Dates spoke about this.
Yeah, Larry, he got on steroids at a very young age, man. That shit will really give you some very strange, it will alter your sexual preferences and your sexual desires.
Greg Doucette spoke about this. Mike Israetel, that asshole, he even spoke about this, how much it can affect you. And, you know, even for me, I remember, I spoke about it. I told you guys about this before. I took Tren one time for, I think, 3 weeks. And, you know, no shame if you like the bigger girls. But I was, you know, normally I'm not really attracted to the very, very big ones. But I took that shit and I got attracted. So it fucked me up, wired my brain differently.
That's not. He's saying your brain got fucked up because you was willing to, you know, mess around with a couple BBWs, bro. Huh?
Thank God since then I've recovered. But imagine you're doing this to a 16-year-old person just out of puberty. Imagine how it can affect you. And I think Larry is a perfect example of that, and a cautionary tale for kids not to mess with all this shit. So now, Larry, you know, like I said, you know, we all have kinks. Nothing to be ashamed of. Some we like crazier shit, and others just part of being a human, right? But you can't go and start destroying people's lives like you have because of those kinks. And, you know, I'm hoping that you've gotten older, you have matured, and, you know, those people that you have hurt, you know, I believe they deserve closure in their lives because their lives were affected by your actions. And saying that, you know, seeing you with this new girl, she's your wife now, you know, I was thinking, you know, maybe you did find the perfect girl for you because maybe she's into all the same exact things as you. And hopefully, you know, she's not going to be hurt like the other people are. And as far as, you know, the other people that were affected, I believe, Larry, I think you should, you know, give them closure, you know, say sorry, because you have deeply affected their lives. And again, this video wasn't about shaming. And if you guys, you know, spit out your snacks, don't blame me. You asked for it.
Yeah, man. Wow. Insane. Episode 2 of the Cuckathon. In the bag. It's finished. So, crazy allegations. If these text messages are authentic, it truly does put Larry Wheels in a bizarre position. Really makes you rewatch this whole Rampage Jackson collaboration. Makes you see with different eyes, doesn't it? Oh, well, that's the video. You let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you are someone who is a fan of, you know what I'm saying, you're really plugged in, tapped into the bodybuilding world on YouTube, how do you think this is going to affect Larry Wheels' credibility? I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with lifting weights and powerlifting, so... But how do you think it's going to affect his brand? Do you think it's going to have a massive impact? Or do you think people are just going to look at him kind of funny now? But, you know, hey, shit. All right, well, peace out.